Hello boys and girls, welcome back to more Iron Horse Railways based nonsense. Recently, I've been using the old grey matter, and I've noticed that a lot of people in this model railway community of ours started making their own wagons and rolling stock, limited edition runs and what have you. I think this originally built on the back of a few retailers doing their own special edition wagons and rolling stock and commissions from larger manufacturers over the years, and from what I've seen it worked out pretty well for them. And if you do come across some of those rarer limited run pieces at a model railway show, online or wherever, they do tend to fetch a typically above average asking price. So it's got me thinking there must be something in it. There must be some weight behind this whole thing. So many individuals in the community have done this now. To name but a few, we have Jenny Kirk, who's done her several runs of wagons. She started one from a Cura scale. She made one from KR Models, one from Rapido, and more recently, I believe it's two from Dapol. One of them's even O gauge. The rest are in double O gauge. Peachy over at PTT 120, he did his own thing in conjunction with a retailer, but it was for TT, so we're not really bothered about that way. It's a terrible children's scale, really. Tom Marshall over at Buggles Kelly Station, he has made a business off of the back of what you call special run wagons. You've got the supporter range, the Will Hay stuff, and of course the Dad's Army stuff as well, not to mention a few buildings from film and TV and what have you. So that, again, has built this whole thing, a whole range is built around this almost what-if culture, if that makes any sort of sense. And of course, more recently, Laurie over at Laurie's Mechanical Marvels has also announced that he wants to do his own van. I believe that's currently on some sort of a, not Kickstarter, but like a Kickstarter type thing where people sign up to it, and if enough people say yes, we want one, then it'll get made, and then they'll get their custom, the custom wagon that he's offering. So where does that leave me then? One of my recent videos, I jokingly said maybe I should make my own custom wagon, and at least 3 of you said yeah, that's a good idea. That got me thinking even more, which is always dangerous, and I thought actually that's not a bad idea. Now, but the next question comes as to what would I even do with it? Would I make a wagon, a van, a brake van, a coach, whatever, maybe even a loco? Now, I don't have thousands and thousands of pounds just sat around waiting to build fictional model railway items, so where would I even begin? I don't think I would go down the overly self-indulgent route of having my name plastered absolutely everywhere over the whole thing, because that would only really appeal to a few people. And I know that certain retailers have done their own custom runs. So for example, Sawyer Models have their 10th birthday wagon made up, which is a beautiful bit of kit by the way, and that one was made by Rapido, and it's a very nice little thing. But this is also another issue. The Rapido van in question is about £32.95, and if you look at the cost of the Dapol offerings, they're a lot more affordable and accessible in terms of price, and the Cura scale one sits somewhere in the middle, and the KR ones are no longer available. So even that becomes a hurdle or a barrier to consider on the journey of making my own custom rolling stock. Do I go moderately priced, high quality, high detail, or do I do more modestly priced with modest detail? And the thing is, you're going to get one camp of modelers that want the detail and are happy to pay for it, and that's cool. Then you're going to get the other camp of modelers who don't want all the fancy detail and don't want to pay the higher price, and they want the happy, small, cheaper, more affordable wagon. You're going to get the guys that'll just buy it regardless. You're going to get the people that wouldn't waste their money on your shit, Craig. And then you're going to get the people that would have bought it had I made it by this company, or had I got this company to make it, or had I done it in this scale, or had I done it in that scale. So there's a lot of barriers to break down and push through before I just announce that I'm going to make a wagon. And even then, what sort of design would I even go for? So it was at this point I decided to embrace the modern era of AI technology, and I asked the Google Gemini thing to make me some designs for my potential wagon, and here's what we arrived at. Oh yes, very nice indeed. I'm not sure AI quite understands what a race railway wagon looks like, so that's a problem. But yeah, not bad. Yeah, so again, I tried a slightly different prompt for the text, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to say. Iron Ho Keresi kebab supplies. So yeah. Okay, next. Oh yes. I believe this to be the pinnacle of the designs so far. The Iron Horse Kebab Specialists, private owners wagons. Yeah, okay. This is going to take a lot more thought. Anyway, back to the video, I suppose. I've got some notes here. Let's have a look. So, Hobson's Choice is one of my more favourite classic films. There's no railways in it, but I kind of like the idea of doing maybe a Hobson's Bootier or Hobson's Boots van and having like try and take the sign, but then I think there's like a copyright thing for using the name, even though I think the film's in the public domain now, but I'm not too sure how that would work. So that is, yeah, not really possible. Iron Horse flat cap manufacturers and distribution, something daft like that, so we could have flat caps on the side and everything else. Or we could quite simply have a cattle van which simply says Iron Horse Kebab Specialist plastered on the side, delivering all the meat to the factories to make your delicious kebabs from. So there's many different options. Would you buy a kebab specialist wagon? Is a kebab specialist van in your future? Is that the way I should go with it? Chime in now. Let me see what you're thinking, because I'm not convinced that a kebab van is the way to go with a piece of custom limited edition, though it may be, rolling stock for a model railway. Then of course you've got the whole how do I bloody well pay for the damn thing, because none of the manufacturers out there, no matter how well I get on with them and what their true opinion of me might be, and that opinion may well be based on fact or just knee-jerk reaction or whatever, so none of them are out to do me any favours. This is a business for them first and foremost, so I would have to pay up front probably for the work doing for the wagon, designing it. There'd be a time scale involved, and it would be a lot of work to design it. But where would I even begin? This is where I would need your opinions, folks. I would need to know what sort of van, wagon, whatever, what piece of rolling stock you would like to see. If I did decide to go and design and make one, what sort of graphical designs or industry, if you will, would you like to see represented on the van, wagon, rolling stock, whatever? And I think more importantly, what sort of price would you be happy to pay? We're going to have three price brackets, I think. You're going to have the under £20 mark, under £30 mark, and under £45 mark. Now, me personally, people have done vans, people have done wagons, people have done other stuff. No one's done a brake van yet. Not that I'm aware of anyway. And I know brake vans tend to be a little bit more money, but I would absolutely love to do a brake van. And a little bit along the lines of what Bachmann did with the Johnny Walker, you get a little bit of whiskey or some cake or something, one of their special limited edition vans. I would like to give everyone a free kebab. No, I'm joking. There's no kebabs coming with your wagon. Calm down, relax, okay? So, no, I was thinking maybe, it'd be 00 gauge, by the way, before we get started on this. I'm not even going to consider any other scale. It would be 00 4mm. But I would like to include, whatever the roll stock is, a little figure of me. I've got a 3D scan from Molyneux, and apparently it's one of their more popular YouTuber ones, by the way. So I would like to include that, but again, I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know if Model U would have the time or the inclination to pump out 800 versions of me, post them to me, and then me distribute them all. So this again would be the problem. So I'd have to distribute them from a retailer, I think. So there'd have to be some bits and pieces that happened, and I think a little brake van with me in the brake van or on the brake van or just doing something brake van related would be quite nice. In terms of the livery for the brake van, do I do something which is region specific, something which is just a basic brake van, and you good folks at home could put your own detailing on it to make it Western region, Southern region, BR, whatever. There's a lot to think of. And ultimately, I know that no matter which slot I decide to insert myself into, I am going to upset somebody, or somebody is going to get to be made to be feel to be left out of the whole thing. And we circle back round to the whole, I would have bought it had you done this, I would have bought it had you done that, I don't model that region, excuse. And I don't want to be sat on 200 brake vans which nobody's going to buy. So I need your help. Gentle boys and girls of the internet, let me know if you would be genuinely interested in me making some sort of a custom piece of rolling stock for you to purchase in double O gauge, whether it be a van, wagon, or a brake van. And again, the price point, under 20 quid, under 30 quid, under 45 quid, and possibly ideas for a livery, or if I should just do something completely wacky, like a bright yellow van that literally says brake van on it, rather than brake van. So people go there to have a brake, rather than the van assisting with braking, if that makes sense, like a play on words, if you will. Granted, not a very clever play on words, but a play on words nonetheless. So what should we do? Should we do this thing? How should we do it? What should we do if we do it? And am I just jumping on the bandwagon? Am I trying to grab a little bit of that sweet profit from overcharging people for stuff? Because we all know the manufacturers overcharge for everything, right, boys and girls? And of course it's going to be a rip-off as well, because with recent events that have happened, of course that's the only thing that happens anymore. People always get ripped off with rolling stock and blah blah blah. I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek with that one, like that, tongue-in-cheek, okay? I wouldn't be doing it for profit, absolutely not. I'd like it not to outwardly cost me anything. And what I mean by that is I don't want to be left in the lurch, if that makes any sort of a sense. I suppose the way to do that is to let you folks decide if you want one in the first place, and then you place your orders, and if we get enough of them, the thing gets put into production. But that will take a long time, and then the people that signed up at the beginning of the process, if it takes 6 months to meet the required number of people to buy it, they might get bored, get disheartened, and then cancel their pre-order, which I've got to be honest with you, I can completely understand them doing. So then, do I just get it done anyway and hope people buy them? That would then loop round to how much money I have to ingest into the project, and how many wagons I would need to print, vans, whatever, and then which manufacturer would like to even take on this sort of work. I know a few of the manufacturers out there do watch this channel for whatever reason, but they do watch it. Genuinely, folks, if you're out there and you're a manufacturer and you think you might be interested in helping me get this thing done, I bow to your expertise. Let me know. Contact me. The email address is out there for everyone to do. ironhorserailways@gmail.com. Send us an email. Let me know what you think, manufacturers, if you want to help me. Sawyer models of Lee. Why go anywhere else when you can get everything you need right here? They have rolling stock, accessories, scenic items, tools, whatever it is you need to build a banging model railway, they can absolutely supply it. You can either buy from them from their website, or you can go in store for superb customer service. Remember guys, visiting Sawyer Models really does help me out, so if you can, please do so, and do your part to keep helping support small, local, independent model railway stores. We need them now more than ever. Anyway, I'm off for a lie down. I need to edit this video and go and do some bits and pieces. Let me know what you think, guys. Alright, we'll see you soon. Do the subscribe, like, comment thing. Cheers. Check out a video. There's more videos here. There's more nonsense to be enjoyed. I'm off. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.